Under that, we have been seeing what is the company code and what is account code we discussed. So a few people has some technical issue on that time, so they have not been joined. So let's recap session of 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll move to the today's session, guys. Okay, sure. Thank you. So in the previous session, guys, discussed majorly in like what is company code. So company code is nothing but it is an organizational code which is given to every branch in the company. Okay, so we have multiple branches across the world, correct? So we have a multiple branches across the world, and to identify each branches, we required one identification code. So for that, in the SAP and any ERP system in the real time, so they will create a company code. They will create a company code, guys. So using that company code, they will try to post any transactions in the system. They will try to post any transactions in the system. So like how we have the code in the banking system, IFSC code, like that the companies will create one numeric alphanumeric code to create to identify the transactions. Okay, so example we have Tata. Under the Tata, we have sub companies like Tata Motors, Tata USA, Tata Bangalore. So for example, Tata Motors, they have given a code like this. So if you want to post any transaction to Tata Motors, we need to use the code 22. Okay, 1122. So like this, we have multiple accounting codes, guys. We have multiple company codes. See, I given some of the examples like in the company called Siemens, we have multiple codes like PLC UK Limited. Okay, so Siemens PLC UK Limited, and Siemens 5170 Siemens Limited Ireland, 485E Siemens Energy, 4598 Electrum Sales Limited. So these are the multiple businesses in the Siemens company. So for each company, they created one code. So it no need created from our side, guys. It's already been, they will already create in the system. Just we need to use those. Okay, it's clear. Understand? Okay. So and we discussed the next important thing is account code. Account code is nothing but for every transaction there are two or more accounting codes, guys. Okay. So there are two or more aspects. So to post the transactions. Okay. So for every transaction there are two or more aspects. So to post any transaction, we need to update the ledger accounts. Like example, purchase to sale, purchase to cash account, purchase to bank account. So to identify each ledger account, they will create one account code. Like example, in the previously, what happens when we started working? So we have multiple ledger accounts. Like example, rent. Rent has multiple business. Rent is to be created multiple accounts. Like example, rent Bangalore, rent Chennai, rent Hyderabad, rent Dubai, rent Germany, rent Spain, rent Singapore. So like this, if you keeps on creating multiple ledger accounts, what will happen? Is it possible to consolidate the total amount of rent? And it leads to a lot of confusion. So that's the reason they have been removed that system, and they bring into the system of account code. So for rent, they will create one code. Thus, if whatever the rent you are paying, either it for machinery, either it for building, or either it for office vehicles, every whatever the rent, that rent should be categorized to only one account.
Nano,
Like the same
Nana,
way, they have been created to
Kano.
they have been created to uh, salaries for each every ledger account, guys. They have been created to different accounts. That is called as account code, guys. That is called as account code. So account code is nothing but it is assigned to each ledger account to record the transaction, to classify the income and expenses and the assets for the reporting purpose. Account code is a numeric code which is used to categorize the nature of transactions. So what are the types of accounts we have? We have major types of accounts like major types of accounts like expenses, revenues, liabilities, assets, equity. So for assets, they have been created one code, one triple zero to 1999. For liabilities, one code, equity, one code, expenses, one code. So based on the transactions, based on the series, the accounts code will be decided. So whatever the account starts with one indicates that asset accounts. Whatever the transactions or the account code starts with two, it indicates um, the liability accounts, guys. Three series indicates equity, four series indicates revenue, five series indicates expenses. So I given couple of for your reference, guys. Okay, we discussed already. So couple of accounts we have been given for your reference. Okay, understand this? So this is about the account code, and we discussed about the cost center. Cost center is nothing but, so sorry, before that we discussed about chart of accounts. Chart of accounts is one of the Excel file in the companies. Every company will have this particular chart of accounts, which gives the proper information about all the accounts. Like example, we have multiple ledger accounts: rent, salaries, purchase, electricity, office maintenance. For every set of ledger account, there is one code. That code will be updated and maintained in this particular Excel file. That is called as chart of accounts, guys. Okay. So we have multiple codes, like, see, just I given an example: one dash triple zero one, 1010, 1020, 1030, 1040. So this is the examples which have been given, guys. And we discussed about cost center. So cost center, what I told, cost center is one of the organizational unit. So where the total cost is being incurred and tracked. Okay. So where the total cost is being incurred and tracked. Okay. So cost center is one of the organizational unit. So where the total cost is being incurred and tracked. Okay. So like example, we have multiple issues, no, multiple departments within the company, like finance, marketing, electricity, sales, distribution, production, and transportation, uh, inventory maintenance department. So like this, we have multiple departments across the uh, any company, guys. If you go to software company, they have and IT is desktop support management, and receptionist, housekeeping, and like security maintenance. Many departments within a company. Correct. So that is called as cost center. Cost center is one of the organizational unit where the total cost are incurred and tracked. Total cost is incurred and tracked. Guys, understand the meaning of cost center?
Yes.
Okay. So cost center is one of the organizational unit where the total cost is being incurred and tracked. So let me give you the examples how the differentiation between the cost center and profit center is. We have one more option called as profit center. We have one more component called as profit center. So profit center. We have one more called as profit center. So what is the meaning of profit center? Profit center is also one of the organizational department unit where the total revenue, where the costs are incurred, and it will help directly to generate the revenue of a company. So profit center is one of the
A department.
profit center is one of the organizational unit organizational unit. 1 minute, someone is shown. Okay. So profit center is one of the organizational unit where where total cost are incurred, and it will helps directly in generating the revenue of a company, generating the revenue of a company. So there is a two differences between both are departments, guys. Both are departments. Profit center is also called as a department, but cost center is also called as a department, but there is a slight differences between those. So cost center will not generate the revenue. Profit center will generate the income to the company. So example, let me give you one example. You guys only give the answer. So there is production department and one more department called as sales department. There is two departments, guys. One is production, one is sales. One is called as production department, another one is called as sales department. So which one will generate the revenue, guys? Is it production or is it sales?
Sales.
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 So sales department will be called as profit center. Okay, profit center. And here there is production department will be called as cost
The
center.
cost center.
Okay, so let me analyze one more thing. My company into software development, development and consultancy, services. So there is two departments here. One is one is service department, software service department, software consultancy department, and we have security department. So which one will be the cost center and which one will be the profit center, guys?
Software department.
एक अपडेट आया है मैसेज में एक अपडेट है वो सेम डेट का
Software
है दैट आई
consultancy
विल
cost.
और ग्रीन फ्लैग होता है.
कर देता हूं
Let's keep on. Okay, guys. So this software consultancy will directly helps in generating the revenue to the software company. So that will be called as
Cost center.
profit center. So according to the nature of business, the profit center. So the security will be it will be a cost center. So that is the examples of profit center and cost center, guys. Guys, understand the meaning of profit center and cost center?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Is clear? Any
Yes,
doubt?
bro. Yes, yes.
Okay. So profit center and cost center. Okay. So profit center will directly helps in generating the revenue, whereas cost center will directly will involves in incurring the cost and track. Okay. So cost center is not responsible for revenue generation, whereas profit center is responsible for revenue generation, guys. Clear? Yes, understand. So why this cost center and profit center is important in the company? Why the cost center and profit center is important? Because
Uh, to get profits.
not like that. So to track the total cost incurred by the company.
Profit and losses.
So the cost center and profit center is very important because of tracking the expenses separately, like what is the expenses happen for IT, what is the expenses happen for HR, what is the expenses happen for security, what is the expenses happen for production department. So to each department, what is the expenses are happen, to track separately the cost center and profit center is very important. Okay, it's clear? Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
And it will cost center also, cost center and profit center helps in budgeting. So to do the budget for each department, what is the expenses what is the amount we need to allocate, and what is the budget to be created for this particular department, it helps. Like example, we have one like the cost cuttings will happen in the companies, like mainly into the employee removal, where they will concentrate more first IT people. Why they are doing more on that? how they are tracking the cost of IT people, because there is a separate cost center. While paying the salaries, they need to update. So while updating, they can check what is the income we are generating from the IT department. So if it is less, they will majorly focus on high level salaries. Is clear? And also cost center helps in cost center and profit center helps in performance performance see performance elevation, okay, evaluation, okay. So profit, how the department is being performing. So to do that, the cost center and profit center is very important, guys. So let me explain as we discussed. So example, the total rent paid by a company, guys. So the total rent, example, company is paying 1 lakh rupees. So did that particular rent, office rent is used only for the only for the purpose of production department, guys? That office is
No.
used for only production department.
No. No.
There is multiple departments they are using the office. So while processing the rent entry in the real time scenarios, so what we need to do, let me explain, guys. Okay, so example, see, we have companies paying how much rent?
1 lakh.
1 lakh. So how many departments we have here? We discussed,
Two departments. One is cost, another one is profit.
we discussed already, not those. If you go up and check here, we discussed various departments like finance, marketing, cost, like sales department, distribution,
HR,
production,
production, transport,
transport.
bookkeeping, security,
So
HR.
assume this finance department code is double one, double one, 11. Okay. So the next department code is, just I'm giving an example, guys. They will create a cost center using 8 digits or 6 digits. 2. Sales department, 3. So marketing department, distribution, 4. Production, 5. Transportation, 6. Housekeeping, 7. Okay. Security, 8. HR, 9, guys. Okay. So we have various departments. I have been listed here. I have been listed the various departments. How many departments we have? Here I created just for your reference.
9 departments. 9 departments.
Assume that 10% of rent is being consumed by finance,
Finance.
marketing 10 percentage, sales 10 percentage, and distribution 10 percentage. Just I'm giving an example, guys. In production, assume 20 percentage, transportation 10 percentage, housekeeping 5 percentage, security 10 percentage, and HR 10 percentage. Okay, so this distribution has consumed, to keep the goods, they have been consumed 15 percentage. So this is the percentage wise allocation of cost they have been given for us one task. So while processing the transaction in the journal entry, we need to update. First important thing is company code. What is the first important thing we need to update is company code.
Company code.
Code is also be called as CO. What is the meaning of company code? It is called as CO or else LE. The next is account code we need to update. Account code we need to update. And the next is cost center or slash profit center. Okay. Debit amount, credit amount. Okay. So assume we are processing the 1 lakh rupees of salary, rent. Okay. So what is the rent code we created? Is rent? Do we created any rent code here? So what is the rent code, guys? What is the rent?
5001.
5001. Assume my company, I am processing the transactions for Siemens PLC Limited. What is the Siemens PLC company code?
5160.
0. I will update here as 5160. So what is the account code we are creating here? What is the account code for rent?
5100.
5001.
001.
5001 is the account code. Okay. How many cost centers I have here? 1111.
9.
Sorry. We have till 9, guys. Okay. We have till 9. This. It's not working. Leave it, guys. So 1111. 2 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the total number of cost centers, guys. How many number of cost centers we have? 9.
9.
Okay. So did the account code will changes? Company code will no. Did account code will changes? For every department, are you paying the rent or any other thing you're paying? Rent. Rent is the same code. It's
Right.
understand? So what is the department wise allocation? So for which department it is 15% we given here?
Distribution.
Distribution.
15%. That is 114. And 114 is 15%.
Distribution.
115 is so out of 1 lakh. So if it is a 10% for finance, this finance department, how much? 10,000.
10,000.
So production, so the next department is 10,000, and the next distribution department we given how much? 15,000.
15%, 15,000.
Sorry, fourth we given 114 as 15%, and 115 as
20%.
20,000. Okay, and transportation 10,000, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000. It's clear. So how the cost will be allocated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here what will be the credit? We are processing the transaction through bank. Assume we are processing through the bank. So what is the bank account code we given here? Asset account 1001. 100.
101.
Okay, so what is the total of debit and credit? ₹1 lakh. It's clear how the cost will be allocated. Here I given only 9 departments. In the real time, we used to have 30 to 40 departments, guys. Like example, company is telling we are paying a 10 lakhs of salaries or 10 crores of salaries every month. So what is that bifurcation of salaries paying to the employees? As we discussed in the last session, for every payslip, if you open and check the payslip, there is one column called as department. Yes, did you observe that? Departments. Where are you from? Like which department you are working? So whether you are from operations, whether you are from HR, whether you are from engineering department, whether you are from any other service providing departments, guys. So according to your employee ID is tagged to the one particular department in the HR portal. So whenever they are paying the salary, they are paying through that particular department. So while processing the transaction also, they are telling we are paid 10 lakhs of salaries. What is the bifurcation? So for finance department, yeah, assume 10 number of employees, they're paying 10,000 rupees per each employee. What is the total number of amount to the finance department? 10,000, 1 lakh. For example, in engineering department, they're paying 25,000 and there is 5 people. What is the total amount of salary for engineering department? 1 lakh 25,000. So just I'm giving a suggestion, guys. So same way, once our employee ID is tagged, the data will go on save in the HRMS portal. HRMS is nothing but Human Resource Management System report, where the data of all the employees are stored. All the employee name, ID, and department will be allocated. So before paying the salary to you, R2R team will record the transaction in the same month. What is the company is paying the total of salary to the employees. Then they will initiate the auto pay option. So then they will run the program in the banking system. Once the payments team initiated the auto payments program in the online banking, then automatically on specified time the salaries will be crediting to our accounts, guys. Understand, guys? It's clear how the cost will be allocated, not only for salaries, not only for rent. Same way, office transportation. Companies providing a free transportation facilities to the employees. Did the transportation assume the company is paying total of 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs to the transportation agency? Did all the expenses is been used by only the finance department, only by the marketing department, guys? No.
No.
Transportation will be used by all the employees. So according to the usage, for every employee, they're providing there is one cost. That cost will be posted every month. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Same way housekeeping and same way office maintenance. All the expenses, guys, whatever the expense, just I'm giving whatever the expenses it might be. So all the expenses will be posted. Okay, it's clear. Understand, guys?
Yes.
Any doubts?
No, Vinod.
Okay. So the same for all the departments, there is one code. That code will be called as department code or cost center, guys. Clear? So according to that, the transactions will be posted in the real time. So just I given here code as 111111. So in the real time, it will changes, but the code is numeric code is common. No need of keeping remember. They will give you the sheet in that all the department code will be existed. So according to their guidance, we can post the transactions. Clear?
Sure.
Yes, understand? So this is about the department code. So every cost will be allocated in the same way. Okay, every cost will be allocated in the same way, guys. Okay, yes, understand? Okay, fine. So this is about the this is about the cost center and profit center allocation, guys. Okay, fine. So the next aspect we need to learn is there is one concept called as posting keys in SAP HANA, and in SAP there is one option called as posting key. We need to update posting key. It is only specifically for SAP users, guys. Okay. In SAP, there is one option called as posting key. So posting key decides the debit and credit of the transaction. Okay. So posting key is a alphabetical key, 2-digit alphabetical key, which decides the debit and credit of the transaction. Okay. So posting key is a 2-digit alphabetical code, 2-digit code that controls controls the debit and credit. Okay, so it determines the debit or credit posting. Okay, debit or credit posting. So in SAP, we have for R2R, there is only two posting keys, guys. One is 40. If the posting key number 40, it indicates debit. If it is posting key with 50, it indicates credit, guys. What is the posting key? Debit. 40, 50 for credit. If you are processing the GL transaction, okay, so GL transaction, that is general ledger transaction. If you update the posting key as 40, that indicates debit. If you update the 50 as 50, credit. It's clear? Understand, guys?
Yes, bro.
See, you can check out any financial report which is generated, guys. Okay, so we have, this is the report which has been generated from the SAP environment. So there is one option called as posting key. Here, posting. So posting key 50 indicates what is it a debit or credit, guys?
Credit.
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 Okay. So credit indicates red
40.
color items.
Sorry.
Debit indicates black color.
40.
Okay. So here I am selecting the 40. So 40, what for every transaction they need to update 40, 50. So all the debit line items are this. And if you want to match the credit line items, you can filter it up here. Okay. Let's understand.
Yes, bro.
This is 50.
Yes.
So there are two, it is in SAP, guys. But if it comes to Oracle, Oracle is following debit and credit. So in Oracle, they will update normally Oracle R12 financial systems will follow debit and credit. Debit and credit. Okay.
Credit.
So if it comes to Tally Prime, they are using to buy format. Buy indicates debit.
Debit to indicates credit.
Okay. So buy indicates debit. To indicates credit.
Credit.
Okay. If it comes to Microsoft Dynamics, they are following a method of DR and CR. What is the meaning of DR, guys?
Debit.
Debit credit.
Debit.
Debit and credit. So
Credit.
everywhere it is a common, guys. Rent expense, rent to bank account is common, but using of this terminology changes from software to software. Okay. So in SAP, they will not call it as debit and credit. They will call 40 and 50. But in Oracle, debit and credit. Tally, to buy. To indicates credit, buy indicates debit. Microsoft Dynamics like this.
DRTR.
Okay.
DRCR.
Understand, guys? So
Yes.
according to the software, it will changes. Okay. So if you're telling in the interview, I'm using SAP, the frequent question from the interviewer, what is the posting key you're using for debit in SAP? 40. What is the posting key you're using for
40
debit?
50.
40
for
and-
credit.
Okay. So like this, according to the software which you are mentioning in the interview, based on that, your interview questions will start. That's clear?
Okay.
Let's understand this.
Yes, bro.
Okay. So this is about the posting keys, guys. Okay. This is about the posting keys. Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Okay, so today we have been little bit of time waste due to the technical issue. That issue has been sorted. Guys. Taken in new template. There is no issues from next class. Okay, and we will start early, guys. Okay. Any
Vinod, next, when will you
send the HR's numbers.
Did you upload the resume?
Yeah, updated.
Sorry,
I updated already resume.
did I send it? Did all the team members has been uploaded there? When I told Satish, I told on next Friday we will try to create a resume.
Okay,
Once
sure.
we will start sending the numbers in the group.
Okay.
Now, if I send to whom they need to call, which resume they need to send, what they need to speak with the HR.
Okay, sure.
Need to give a little bit of background on that, right?
Okay.
They need to get little bit of background. What is R2R? If you understand couple of sessions, they will get some clarity.
Okay. I'm just for asking. That's it.
No, I told next Friday we will, while initial discussion itself, I told after 10 days we will upload. Our class is not started, just it is a sixth class, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hold on for some days.